not true, as you can tell. After college, I took a teaching position and moved to Norristown, outside of Philadelphia, if you don't know, where my brother Tom worked at the time as an orderly at the Norristown State Mental Hospital. He lived on the ground, so when I first moved down, I moved in with Tom in the hospital's on-site housing until we found an apartment. As Tom and I looked out at all the patients one day, we both suddenly looked at each other and said at the same time, I wonder what cousin Joey is up to. No offense. So we called him and invited him to come down and hang out with us for the weekend, which expanded into 4 or 5 years on weekends. Okay? Joey's going to have to tell something. Joey arrived in his big yellow 450 horsepower Pontiac Firebird.
Woo! Yeah! 450!
He came to a sliding halt in front of our apartment, kind of reminiscent of the Dukes of Hazzard. He brought his friend Jack with him. Actually, I believe it was Crown Royal. Hard to see through those brown bags. And his party clothes. We mostly hung out and laughed, and Joey watched the lava lamp. But later we did decide to venture out to some of the big clubs in the big city. This was about 1968 when rock and roll was popular. That's when bell-bottom pants, platform shoes, and those Art Deco, big collar, rayon shirts with the colorful abstract art designs on them were popular. Let me tell you, Joey was a stud.
Yeah, Pop!
Unfortunately, Joey's shirt was a pasture scene with meadows and farming. So we made him keep his jacket on. I'm sure we looked like the Happy Days, Richie Cunningham, Ralph, and Potsy when we walked into those clubs. Then we were trying to teach Joey the disco, and Joey said, disco here and disco there. We didn't do too well with the women, but we sure had a good time. One weekend after a little extra jack, Joey came back into the living room from the kitchen and was telling my brother Tom and me how cool it was that they left the bricks exposed on the wall behind the kitchen sink. Tom and I were a little confused and went to take a look. We didn't have the heart to tell Joey then that there was just wallpaper and not real brick. So now, Joey, you know. I got married and moved to Oklahoma for graduate school.
Classic.
And Joey remained in New York, married his wonderful wife, Terry. Incidentally, Terry met Joey because her dad was a professional photographer who studio processed mug shots. And Terry saw a few of Joey's on this trip to the big city to see Tom and me. And I guess she decided she could reform him. And as you can see, Terry did a great job. They produced 2 wonderful children, Joey's very successful business career, and now a second career buying up real estate in Florida.
Nice.
By the way, Joey, do you know the average bra size in Florida? 38 long.
Oh, wow.
Joey's also addicted. Thank you.
It took him a sec.
Joey's also addicted to the TV show 24. And every week calls to tell me that it's my wife, Kathy's fault in introducing him to it and getting him addicted. I personally think that he fancies himself as the rogue Jack Bauer.
Woo!
Great show. That's great. We weren't born into much wealth in the Brown families, but we were fortunate and couldn't have asked for a better group of cousins, especially Joe. Joe should be very proud of what he has accomplished because all of us, we cousins, and I'm sure all of you, are proud of him. Joe accomplished what he did by determination and much hard work. But personally, I think that his success was very large part due to those long ago weekends outside of Philadelphia, listening to Country Joe and the Fish, watching his lava lamp, chasing the girls even if we never caught any, and just hanging out with Jack, Johnny, and his cousins Bob and Tom, the notorious Brown brothers. Joey, congratulations, happy 60th birthday, and thanks again, Terry, for the great reception. Now, if you could just move it off to the right to help the reception improve. And speaking of static, I better sit down before Kathy kicks me off the stage. And, oh, Kathy. Here's a little something. Oh. This kind of thing.
Oh, here it comes.
Here's a little something for your Florida home. Where I put it.
This is supposed to be a little earlier.
Yeah, I was supposed to have it up there. Hey, well, I was supposed to be here 2 hours ago.
Where's your props? Improv.
Okay.
There it goes. And
Joey, this is for your Florida home. It's not a lava lamp.
it's faux brick wallpaper.
It's a pink flamingos. And open fucking here.
And he the original pink flamingo.
All I can say is, get your guest room ready because we're coming down.
Yeah! Woo! Can you take this?
And I didn't know it's required, but I can tell you.
I know. Yes, about the nurses, yes.
Now wait a minute, Joey. Now we're looking.
Tell those stories. Yes, Fort Washington. I went there every weekend with Bob and Tom, and we had a great time.
Oh, well.
I used to take care of packages down there, food and libations.
Libations, making it
sandwiches
sound.
and ketchup.
Wait a minute, you're the ones getting arrested.
No. So we had a great time.
We did.
They were good years. So, and I want to thank Terry for setting this up tonight.
Oh.
You know, I call her every second of the day.
It's hell when you go.
Microsecond.
Microsecond.
Yeah, it's great. It was a great I appreciate everybody coming. And it was very nice. I couldn't believe all
What's
the
our room
people.
number, Kathy? What's our room? Party in room 414.
414.